A sudden gym clash triggered one of boxing's most unexpected fights. It wasn't staged, it wasn't rehearsed, it just happened. Canelo Alvarez, boxing royalty, sauntered into the gym like he owned the place. No entourage fanfare, just quiet confidence, until things escalated fast. A few words were exchanged. Then Canelo went closer and shoved Terence Crawford. Hard. That shove? It wasn't just physical. It was a statement. It was Canelo telling everyone that this is still his period, his division, and his sport. But Crawford? He didn't act like most combatants do. No wild retaliation. No bogus tough guy energy. He merely stood steady, looked Canelo in the eye, and calmly turned away. No fear, no nerves, just a man who has already decided what comes next, legacy. And that's when people recognized this wasn't simply hype. This was war. Crawford versus Canelo. It's real. September 13th, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, live on Netflix. And here's the twist, this battle wasn't even intended to happen. Just a year ago, Canelo waved off the idea of battling Crawford. He chuckled at the weight differential, disregarded the challenge, and hardly pondered the prospect. But something changed. Maybe it was pressure from critics, maybe it was money, or maybe it was ego. Either way, Canelo suddenly struck a 4-fight mega deal with Turki Al-Sheikh, chairman of the General Authority for Entertainment in Saudi Arabia. That deal? It made the Crawford fight inescapable. And now the impossible is happening. Crawford, 37 years old, unbeaten at 41-0, is after something that money can't buy. He's already been undisputed at 140. He's already cleaned out 147. And now he's stepping up to 168, 3 full divisions, to battle the guy many call the face of boxing. This isn't just another payday. This is a career-defining moment. If Bud wins, he becomes the first man boxer in the 4-belt era to become unchallenged in 3 distinct weight divisions. That's not simply rare. That's historic. Now let's talk numbers. The fight purse is allegedly around $200 million. Canelo is anticipated to bag $150 million. Crawford? Only $10 million guaranteed. Some fans cried foul. They said Bud's being underpaid. They termed it a cash grab. But then Crawford spoke. He stared straight into the camera and said, "I'm doing this for legacy, baby. Legacy exceeds the money. 3-time undisputed OEY coming soon." That quote went viral because it told you all you needed to know. Crawford's not here to cash out. He's come to seal his name in boxing's finest history. Still, some remain unconvinced. Can Crawford truly withstand the bump in weight? Can he deal with Canelo's power, size, and pressure? Let's rewind. Remember Dmitry Bivol? He overcame Canelo by keeping fluid, jabbing clever, and never getting caught in longer exchanges. He didn't run, but he didn't stand still either. And Crawford? He has much superior footwork. Better angles, better timing. He's a mystery in the ring. But what makes this bout even more exciting is the counsel Crawford's been given by someone who knows Canelo up close, Erislandy Lara. Lara battled Canelo in 2014 and handed him one of the toughest fights of his career. That night concluded in a disputed split decision, and Lara's style, movement heavy and surgical, kept Canelo upset. But Lara made a mistake. He was overly passive. He let Canelo dictate the optics. He made it look like he was running, even if he was landing the crisper punches. And judges noticed. So here's Lara's advice for Crawford. Don't make the same mistake. Keep smooth, but keep sharp. Move, but land. Make it a fight, not a chase. Because Vegas judges, they don't reward runners. Especially not in sold-out stadiums with millions watching on Netflix. And that's what makes this matchup so unexpected. Crawford has the IQ to follow Lara's plan, but will he take the risk of being more aggressive than usual? It's a difficult balance. Move too much, and you lose the crowd. Stand idle too long, and Canelo eats you alive. But the important stat no one can ignore? Canelo hasn't had a knockout in years. He hasn't stopped a top-tier opponent since Caleb Plant in 2021. Even Gennady Golovkin, who hits like a freight train, couldn't drop Canelo. So the idea that Canelo walks through Crawford and flattens him, that's not assured. And here's when things become psychological. Chris Algieri, former WBO champ, stated it best: "I've never seen anyone boss Crawford, but I've seen Canelo get bossed." He's right. Crawford's mindset is bulletproof. He doesn't get rattled. He doesn't get bullied. And when people disbelieve him, that's when he gets terrifying. It's not bravado, it's belief. Still, there's another dimension to this conflict: the spectacle. This is the first boxing event ever at Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders, 65,000 seats, and the buzz is crazy. UNLV had to reschedule their game to make place for the fight. That informs you how large this is. Turki Al-Sheikh isn't simply marketing a fight, he's hosting an event. Custom $188,000 championship belts, worldwide press conferences in Riyadh, New York, and Vegas, and live Netflix coverage make this feel like a Super Bowl-level celebration. And Netflix? They're airing it free for subscribers. No pay-per-view. No additional fees. Just press play. It's boxing's solution to the streaming revolution. So, with all this hoopla, let's go back to the major question: can Crawford actually win? It hinges on one thing: pace. When Canelo fights at his pace, he's unbeatable. He cuts off the ring, confines opponents, and strikes their arms until they quit throwing. But when the pace is placed on him, he struggles. We witnessed it against Bivol. We witnessed it late in the second Golovkin bout. His muscle endurance declines. His shots lose steam, so Crawford needs to take over early. He needs to jab, pivot, counter, and push Canelo to chase. That's when Canelo gets sloppy. That's when Crawford can land clean. But that's a hazardous game, because if Crawford is hit clean in the early rounds, it could change everything. One body shot may slow him down. One uppercut could shift momentum. And let's not forget, Bud has never fought at 168. He's never faced a man with Canelo's physicality. No sparring can mimic that. You only find out on fight night. But here's why many still believe in Bud. Because he's that person. He's been doubted his entire career. People say he wasn't tested, that he didn't fight the big names, that he couldn't handle with actual power. Then he stopped Sean Porter. Then he dismantled Errol Spence. He didn't simply win, he dominated. He proved that abilities, focus, and timing beat hype every time. Now imagine he does it again. Imagine Crawford beats Canelo and becomes a 3-division undisputed champion. That's not just GOAT territory. That's impenetrable legacy. It's Ali level, Mayweather level. It affects how we define excellence in this generation. But what if he loses? Even in loss, Crawford earns respect, because he dared to challenge the biggest name at the biggest weight under the brightest lights. Most warriors chase comfort. Crawford chased risk. And Canelo? If he wins, he seals his place as a true all-time great. He's already unified 168. He's already beaten Hall of Famers. But a win over Crawford silences every critic. This isn't a tune-up. This isn't easy money. This is a legit challenge. So now, with weeks to go, training camps are locked in. Strategies are being drilled. Minds are sharpening. And for us, the fans, we get to witness a confrontation between two combatants with everything to lose and even more to gain. A simple gym shove transformed into the most anticipated bout of the decade. And it's not just about belts, rankings, or even wages. It's about pride. It's about demonstrating something to the world and to themselves. So here's your moment. Drop a remark. Tell us, does legacy beat power? Can skills beat size? Does Bud shock the world, or does Canelo kill the dream? The countdown is underway. And when the bell sounds on September 13th, all the noise disappears. It's just two men. One ring. One shot at immortality.